All right, as you can see now, we are airborne. The boats are beginning to line up, spread out, following the base boat. Water conditions are still rough as they were this morning for races 1 and 2, and they continue to be. So we've got some highly competitive racing in store here in race number 3, where we will have the Super Cat, the Super V, and the Super Cat Light classes. And we've got a green flag now in race number 3 here at the Cape Cod Rendezvous in Cape Cod, Massachusetts. And shot right out of Canada's Trambuie on ice, followed by WHM Motorsports, DeSantis Chevrolet, Tommy Bahama. Trambuie on ice on the far outside in the lead in the early moments of this race. WHM, DeSantis, and Tommy Bahama right there in the mix, following right behind Trambuie on ice. On the inside now, coming up is Hidden Agenda. Hidden Agenda coming into the picture with Tommy Bahama, DeSantis, WHM on the far outside is Trambuie on ice. Hidden Agenda on the inside, picking up some room. Jamie Jones and Chris Carmody on board Hidden Agenda on the inside. And as the competitors go around the first turn, we got rough water here in Cape Cod. Oh, there is WHM taking a big wave. Nice jump there, no problem. So there you have it. Let's go on board now, Hidden Agenda.
Slow down, we're passing the phase boat.
Okay. Stay in Tommy Bahama. Okay, watch that flag.
It's yellow, it's yellow. We're still ahead of the phase boat, slow down.
Okay.
They're not gonna let us go. Green, there it is, let's go. We're way out in the middle of nowhere.
Jamie Jones at the wheel. Chris Carmody on throttle.
Where the hell's the buoy? We just broke.
Yep.
We just broke a drive. Son of a bitch.
All right, let's go on board now. Trambuie on ice at the start. Gary Montano and Randy Hartman, the owners of Trambuie on ice, 40-foot skater. Over the driver, John Douglas in front. Trambuie top WHM Motorsports in the National Point Standard. Let's listen. Rough waters here in Cape Cod. Rear shot on board Trambuie on ice. WHM there on the right side, WHM Motorsports. Some of those competitors you see behind there for helicopter shot now. There's WHM, DeSantis, and also coming up now is Hidden Agenda on the inside. Hidden Agenda with Jamin Jones and Chris Carmody. There you just saw there is WHM on the far outside. It's Rambouillet on ice. Tommy Bahama's back there as well. Round the turn, there's that jump by WHM once again. Just a tremendous jump. Everyone off to a great start here in race number 3 of the Cape Cod Rendezvous. Hidden Agenda slowing down on the inside. Rambouillet, WHM, and DeSantis 1, 2, and 3. Tommy Bahama is in 4th there on the outside. Battle going on between Tommy Bahama and DeSantis Chevrolet. DeSantis is in 4th place right now. Tommy Bahama moving into 3rd. There's WHM Motorsports in 3rd place. Tommy Bahama moves into 2nd. WHM Motorsports with Bill Moff and Joey and Frencha. It's a skater, Mercury powered. WHM Motorsports took a 2nd place in Daytona and 1st place in Marathon, Florida. And running well today. Rambouillet on ice up ahead. And of course, Tommy Bahama. So it's Rambouillet, Tommy Bahama, WHM, and DeSantis. Here we have a Marine Technology hull running against a 40-foot skater here, the 3rd stop of the APBA Pro Series Tour. Tommy Bahama and WHM. Rambouillet on ice there up ahead in 1st place, continuing. WHM and Tommy Bahama. Great battle going on here in race number 3 in the Super Cat. Tommy Bahama and WHM battling for 2nd place. Round the turn. We're going to go with the leader in just a moment. Rambouillet on ice. 40-foot skater. Leader in Super Cat. All right, there is Rambouillet on ice. Your leader in Super Cat here at Cape Cod Rendezvous, race number 3. As we approach, get a little bit closer. Hugh Fuller and John Tomlinson aboard. Hugh Fuller, the driver, John Tomlinson, the throttle man. In first place. All right, Drambuie now. Drambuie and Ice going around the turn, running into some traffic with Snake Man Racing and Phoenix Waste going on the outside part of the turn. Slowing down a bit because of that. There is Snake Man Racing and Phoenix Waste. Drambuie on Ice, we said, is a 40-foot skater. Hugh Fuller and John Tomlinson aboard. The owners are Gary Montano and Randy Hartman. Drambuie on Ice, your world and national champions in Supercat. Took first place in Daytona, second place in Marathon. And they are tied right now with WHM Motorsports for first place in the national point standing. So this is an important race for both teams. Now, John Tomlinson was aboard McCarty Silver in race number 1 this morning, so he is very familiar with this course. And, of course, the bumpy water conditions, so he has a slight advantage over some of the other competitors. In first place, Drambuie on Ice in Supercat. John Tomlinson, of course, the owner of TNT Custom Marine. Nice throttling there by John Tomlinson. He's out of Miami, Florida. Just listen to those Sterling imports. There's Dirty Duck on the inside. As you can see, a lot of backlit situations today because it is late in the day and the sun is beginning to go down. Late in the afternoon. But Drambuie on Ice, your leader right now in Supercat, has led right from the beginning. Let's go on board. Hugh Fuller at the wheel. As you can see, we're looking right into the sun. Back shot on board Drambuie on Ice. Powered by Sterling. Drambuie on ice. Two 750 horsepower Sterling inboards. That's why Freeze Frame Video likes to provide those onboard cameras for you, of course, as well as the sound. You can listen to the throttling action there by the engine and, of course, the throttle man. And those onboard cameras put you right in the boat, as you can see. A front shot as well as a rear shot. Close-up view of the action. Vector helicopter shot, Drambuie on ice. 40-foot skater in first place in Super Cat. There's In Motion up ahead, In Motion. There's In Motion on the outside in second place in Super Cat Light. How Sweet It Is leads in that class. In Motion with Jerry Sorrentino and Joey Gratton. .36-foot skater, Mercury powered. In Motion. In Motion took a first place in Marathon, fourth place in Daytona. And right now in the national point standings, it is tied with How Sweet It Is in Super Cat Light. In first place. Nice jump there by In Motion. Jerry Sorrentino, the owner of this 36-foot skater. Two 500 horsepower Mercury inboards. Driver Jerry Sorrentino is from Stevenson Ranch, California. Joey Gratton, the throttle man, is from Sarasota, Florida. Special thanks to John from Offshore Solutions for the maintenance on this boat. Top of the pack, In Motion. Going around the turn. Now, some of the other competitors in this class include Dirty Duck and How Sweet It Is. How Sweet It Is, your current leader in Super Cat Light. On board In Motion, let's listen in.
No, damn. Yeah. Are you ready? We're gonna be all over the place here. Try to chop these early, take off some time, man.
Rough waters.
Turn it, turn it, turn it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. turn right. There we go. You're always playing with those damn things, aren't you? All right, start turning here. Keep it straight now.
Easy, easy.
Yep.
In motion again. In motion again in second place, and Super Cat Lighthouse, sweet it is your leader. Here at the Cape Cod Rendezvous, third stop for the APBA Pro Series Tour. WHM powered by Mercury. 40-foot skater. WHM Motorsports tied for first place with Drambuie on ice in the national point standings, coming off a checkered flag in Marathon, Florida. WHM. There's DeSantis Chevrolet and Super Cat DeSantis Chevrolet. It's a skater. Danny DeSantis, the driver. Charlie Haynes, the throttle man. Danny from Brockton, Massachusetts. He's a local guy. And Charlie from Weston, Florida. This boat is powered by two 750 horsepowered Gilmore racing engines. DeSantis Chevrolet. The racing team would like to thank Rick and Steve from Competitive Edge Marine. Charlie Haynes on throttle, doing a fine job. Other competitors in Super Cat, of course, Drambuie, WHM Motorsports, and Tommy Bahama. Hidden agenda out of the race. This is the third and final race of this event here at Cape Cod, the Cape Cod Rendezvous. We had races 1 and 2, and the water conditions have remained bumpy. They were this morning for races 1 and 2 and continue to be this afternoon. A lot of flying going on here among these big boats. Of course, after this event, we go to Savannah, Georgia, as we continue this APBA Pro Series Tour. We'll go to Savannah on July 3rd, to Cleveland, Ohio on July 26th. On August 16th, we'll be in Corpus Christi, Texas. Then on September 20th, Atlantic City, New Jersey. The national championships for the APBA will be on October 18th. They'll start then in St. Petersburg. World Championships in Key West beginning on November 18th. And of course, Freeze Frame Video Productions will be to all of those events. Of course, we're proud to be a part of the APBA Pro Series Tour. The Santa Chevrolet in 4th place right now in Super Cat. Drambuie, your leader, followed by WHM and Tommy Bahama in 3rd. In Super Cat, light outboard is Critical Lift. 36-foot skater Ted Zoli is the driver. Gary Ballou is a throttleman, powered by 3 2.5 EFIs. Took a 3rd in Marathon, a 2nd in Daytona. Currently in 3rd place in the national point standings. Critical Lift. Snake Man Racing. 36-foot skater, Mercury-powered. John Robinson, the driver and owner. Paul Whittier, the throttleman, powered by 3 2.5 EFIs. Took a 2nd place in Marathon, 3rd in Daytona. Currently in 2nd place in the national point standings. Snake Man Racing. Snake Man Racing in 1st place in Super Cat Light Outboard Triple class. Now, we have heard over the radio there's been some sort of incident between WHM Motorsports and Media Master. Both boats were running very well in class. Once again, an incident between WHM and Media Master. We'll find out more about that in a moment. The race is almost history, so we're going to start taking some of these boats to the finish line. We're going to start off first off with Drambuie on Ice, which is in 1st place in Super Cat. Hugh Fuller and John Tomlinson on board Drambuie on Ice. Drambuie on Ice has led from the very beginning and now is ready to take the checkered flag as it goes down to the finish line. Slowing down, Drambuie on Ice crosses the finish line in 1st place in Super Cat on the beach, on the shore here in Cape Cod. town of Yarmouth. Okay, let's go with the winners now. Super Cat class, we've got Drambuie on Ice in first place, we just saw a little while ago. Tommy Bahama in second, and WHM Motorsports falling to third place. Drambuie on Ice remains in first place in the national point standings in Super Cat, getting the checkered flag today. And Super Cat Light inboard in motion again in first, followed by How Sweet It Is, and Dirty Duck in third, in motion again in first place in Super Cat Light inboard. In Super Cat Light outboard, Snake Man Racing getting the checkered flag. Critical Lift in second. Snake Man coming out on top in Super Cat Light outboard. Zero Patience took a first place in the Super Cat Light Twin outboard. In Super V class, Nick Carter Racing in first, followed by Media Master. Of course, had an incident with WHM. And Phoenix Waste in third place. Nick Carter Racing, your winner in Super V. And those are your final results for race number 3. All right, now let's give you the national point standings for the respective classes. First off, in Super Cat, Drambuie on Ice stays on top, followed by WHM Motorsports. They were tied, but now Drambuie has first place all by itself. In third place, it's Tommy Bahama and Hidden Agenda in fourth in the national point standings in Super Cat. In Super Cat inboard, it's In Motion again in first place, followed by How Sweet It Is and Dirty Duck. In Super V, Nick Carter Racing on top in first place, followed by Media Master in second. And in Super Cat outboard, it's Snake Man Racing with a substantial lead over Critical Lift. And that is it. Those are your national point standings for the respective classes. Great racing, highly competitive racing today. Only one incident, that was between Media Master and WHM Motorsports, but no problems with the crew concerned there. Before we go, there are a few people that we would like to thank. First off, the entire staff of the APBA for orchestrating a fine event. Our special thanks to Gary and Nancy Johnson for their fine camera work. Also, a special thanks to our helicopter pilot, Mr. Ray Newcomb from JBI Helicopter. We're doing a great job. Also, a very special thank you to Eve Brinker. For the Offshore Grand Prix, the fourth stop, the National Tour APBA. All right, as you can see, we're airborne, and the boat's already beginning to line up and spread out following the pace boat, getting ready for this start. Of course, race number 3, the Super Cat and the Super Cat Light. And we're going with the Super Cat start. We got Drambuie on Ice from the inside, DeSantis, Tommy Bahama, WHM, and Baker Engineering on the far outside. The boat's now spread out, waiting for the green. Moments away from the start here in race number 3 in Savannah. And we've got a green flag now here in race number 3, the inaugural Savannah Offshore Grand Prix. And it's Drambuie on Ice, DeSantis, Tommy Bahama, WHM, and Baker all in the mix here in the Super Cat start. Drambuie, DeSantis, Tommy Bahama, WHM, and Baker on the far outside. And going to the immediate lead, we got WHM with Tommy Bahama, Baker, and Drambuie. There is Baker on the far outside, Drambuie coming in on the inside. Real battle here in Super Cat, and of course Tommy Bahama right behind WHM. And there we have Drambuie on Ice there in second with WHM going to the lead. So it's WHM and Drambuie. On board WHM, Bill Muff and Joanne Pressure. Powered by Mercury. WHM second right now in national points. WHM. There's Drambuie and Tommy Bahama, and on the outside, Baker Engineering. Drambuie on Ice, 40-foot skater. Hugh Fuller and John Tomlinson aboard. Up ahead there, WHM, your leader, going around the turn. Drambuie on Ice. Currently first in national points. Coming off a checkered flag in Cape Cod. Drambuie on Ice owners Gary Montano and Randy Hartman. World and national champions. And up ahead, there's WHM. And there's Tommy Bahama and DeSantis Chevrolet. WHM and Drambuie on ice going around the turn, 1 and 2. These guys are battling not only for this race, but for the national point standings. WHM currently in second and Drambuie in first. Drambuie has 335 points, WHM 314. Nice jump there, WHM Motorsports. On board WHM. WHM powered by Mercury. Just listen to those Mercury power plants. Joey and pressure on throttle. Put him off the driver. Special thanks to the crew, Nikki, Lance, and Vinny. On board Drambuie on ice. Hugh Fuller and John Tomlinson. You at the wheel. Here up ahead is WHM on the right side, going by. .40-foot skater, Sterling Power. Hugh Fuller at the wheel, John Tomlinson the throttle man. Hugh from Clearwater, John from Miami. WHM there, up ahead. Rear shot on board Drambuie on ice. There's Tommy Bahama on the left side. This is at the start. Onboard cameras provided by Freeze Frame Video Production, 17 in all for this event. The owners of this 40-foot skater, Gary Montano and Randy Harmon. Back to our helicopter shot and the leader, WHM Motorsports. There on the outside is Drambuie on ice. Tommy Bahama, and on the there's the Santa Chevrolet on the far outside. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. WHM, Drambuie on ice, Tommy Bahama, and DeSantis. Going around the turn, WHM and Drambuie. WHM still in the lead. Nice jump there by WHM. Battle going on here, WHM and Drambuie in Supercat. Water's fairly calm here in the Atlantic for this afternoon's race. WHM still holding on. On the far outside, Tommy Bahama. Round the turn, WHM. Right behind Drambuie and Tommy Bahama on the far outside. Tommy Bahama would fall and Mark Dimshaw, 40-foot MTI. Battle continues here in Supercat. Tommy Bahama and Drambuie. WHM, your leader. These boats have been this close right from the start. Fourth national stop for the APBA this year. Oh, there's a caution flag out. American Racing apparently has gone over. Divers have been deployed. Drambuie and Ice taking the inside track here, getting real close to WHM. They definitely have touched. WHM and Drambuie, they're in a slight touch as they go around the turn. Once again, caution flags are out. American Racing has gone over. All right, let's go on board WHM a little bit earlier to watch that as they make their way around the track. WHM around the turn. WHM powered by Mercury. Around the buoy. Bill Moff and Joey Imprescia on board WHM. Caution flags are out. Yellow flags are out. Going around the turns, you can see now American Racing on the right side has gone over. Drambuie on ice on the left side coming in, and there you see Drambuie, and they definitely did touch as they went around that turn. Drambuie and WHM. Yellow flags are out. And we see that one more time. Drambuie coming into the picture. All competitors now being cautioned to slow down because of the American Racing incident. Let's go on board Drambuie on ice. Hugh Fuller and John Tomlinson. There's WHM on the right side. Drambuie taking the inside track on the turn. Rear shot on board Drambuie on ice. There you see WHM and Drambuie on ice making contact on that turn. Boats being cautioned to slow down because of American Racing. Divers been deployed at that site. One more time, you see contact between these two boats. Super Cat. Tommy Bahama there on the right side with Paul and Mark Nemshoff. Everyone's slowing down. WHM and Drambuie going around that turn again. Here we see it from a different angle. Drambuie taking the inside track. American Racing on the right side. And once again, you see they make contact. WHM and Drambuie. There you see the pace boat with the caution flag. Two yellows are out. Tommy Bahama and Drambuie following the pace boat, slowed down. WHM. So everyone is under a double caution flag slowdown here until we get restarted again because of the American Racing incident. Now, this is a safety issue because since the divers have been deployed by American Racing, we have to wait until more divers can get deployed around the race course. Of course, the Stars Rescue Team, Angel 1, they're at the scene, American Racing. So for the moment, we are under a caution flag. Tommy Bahama, driver and throttleman Paul and Mark Nemshoff. Some of the other crew members aboard include Casey Nemshoff, Tommy Suggs, John Johansson, and Richard Jones, and Byron Curry. And Douglas Hahn is the crew chief aboard Tommy Bahama. And WHM coming in there on the inside, all waiting to get restarted. And there you see some of the damage there from that contact with Dram Buoy on ice. Tommy Bahama, Dram Buoy, following the pace boat. There's Baker Engineering with Keith Holmes and Barry Glovick. 42-foot Douglas skater. There's DeSantis Chevrolet coming in on the inside. Dan DeSantis, the driver. Charlie Hames, the throttle man. Crew Chief Steve Schmidt. Other crew members Rick Termel, Craig Paulson, and Pat Cross. DeSantis Chevrolet. Pace boat still with a double caution flags. Beautiful day here in Savannah. Boat's now beginning to pick up speed. Hoping to get this race restarted again following the pace boat. WHM, Tommy Bahama, Dram Buoy. We've got a green flag once again. And the race is on once again after that incident with American Racing. WHM on the outside, Tommy Bahama, Dram Buoy on ice, DeSantis Chevrolet, they're all in the mix. And Tommy Bahama, of course. It's Dram Buoy and WHM on the outside, and Tommy Bahama and DeSantis on the far outside. DeSantis and Tommy Bahama. An MTI against the skater. Many spectators here watching race number 3, as you can see along the shoreline there. How sweet it is now in the picture. WHM and Tommy Bahama, second and third. Tommy Bahama, a 40-foot MTI. Paul Nemshoff, the driver. Mark Nemshoff, the throttle man. Fairly calm waters in the Atlantic for race number 3, the finale. DeSantis Chevrolet. Now, Danny DeSantis is the owner of DeSantis Chevy, an independent Chevy dealer in Brockton, Massachusetts. And he's announcing a new partnership with the Independent Grocers Alliance, IGA, with the goal of using offshore racing to further support IGA Hometown Wheels. That's a philanthropic initiative to raise monies for numerous hometown charities. The DeSantis Chevrolet Skater 40-footer proudly wears the corporate identity of IGA's HometownWheels.com, whose symbol is recognized as the spirit of the independent business owner, proud, generous, and heroes in the communities they serve. Hometown Wheels and DeSantis Chevrolet. DeSantis Chevrolet, powered by Ilmor Racing engines. 2 750-horsepower Ilmors. Danny DeSantis at the wheel. Charlie Haynes, the throttle man. There's WHM and Tommy Bahama, and way up ahead is Drambuie on Ice, your leader. Drambuie, WHM, Tommy Bahama, DeSantis, the far outside. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here in Supercat. DeSantis Chevrolet on the outside, Tommy Bahama battling it out here for third place. DeSantis and Tommy Bahama. An MTI against the skater. Sean Mobley and Steve Armstrong aboard Money Shot, powered by three 2.5 EFIs. 32-foot skater. Mercury powered. Sean and Steve from St. Petersburg. Special thanks to the Radisson for the fine accommodations here in Savannah. As far as the national point standings, Money Shot is in 4th place right now. In first is Snake Man Racing, Critical Lift in second, and Flowmaster in third. Right now, Money Shot in 3rd place in this race. Supercat Light outboard triple. Critical Lift your leader, followed by Flowmaster. WHM on the far outside. Bill Off and Joey Impression. Powered by three 2.5 EFIs. Nice driving there by Sean Mobley. Steve Armstrong, the throttle man. Baker Engineering. All right, we're going to go with Liquid Metal now. Liquid Metal, a 36-foot skater powered by Mercury, two 500 horsepower inboards. John Talley's the driver of Bob Teague, the throttle man. Liquid Metal sponsors Teague Custom Marine, Lavorsi Marine. Now, this is the first race for this new team aboard Liquid Metal. Of course, Freeze Frame Peter Productions wishes them well for this race as well as the rest of the ABBA racing season. Other crew members include, first off, Mario Lanka. He is the crew chief. Crew members Carl Bergson, Deb Talley, Scott Mackison, and Greg Cole. Boat rigged by T. Customary. This team will run some divisional races in the Pacific Offshore Series as well as the National Racing Circuit. Of course, looking forward to seeing this team the rest of the year. Those divisional races as well as the National Racing Circuit. Liquid metal, great graphics and paint job. Nice throttling there by Bob T. 36-foot skip. John Talley at the wheel. Currently in third place, Liquid Metal. All right, critical lift, 36-foot skater. Ted Zoli's the driver. Kirk Dumpman is the throttle man. It's Mercury Parrot, again, 2.5 EFIs. By the way, Kirk Dumpman from Agitator Racing Team fame. Of course, Grease Frame Video welcomes him back to the wonderful world of racing. Kirk Dumpman throttling critical lift. Now, Ted Zoli, the owner of this 36-foot skater. And it is in second place in the national point standings. And currently in first place in Super Cat Light Outboard Triple right now here in this race. Flowmaster in second, Money Shot in third. As we said, it's good to see Kirk Dumpman back in racing. When Agitator was running and Kirk was on Agitator, that boat most of the time was running in front. Many, many checkered flags for Agitator. And of course, Kirk is running out in front with critical lift right now in first place. Many spectators along the shoreline getting a great vantage point for this race. As we said, the shortened race course allows the spectators to see basically 100% of the race all the time. There's Snake Man racing on the inside. Snake Man running slow. Drambuie on ice, your leader in Super Cat. Hugh Fuller and John Tomlinson on board. On the inside, there's In Motion. Both are first in their class. Drambuie in first place in Supercat. In Motion in first place in Supercat Light Inboard. Liquid Metal on the outside. Liquid Metal in Supercat Light Inboard. Drambuie on ice in first place in Supercat. There's Flowmaster on the inside in second place in Supercat. Stars Rescue Team getting quite a workout this weekend as we look at WHM Motorsports. WHM has had some damage. It's got a broken trim tab, as well as on the other side, a little contact there with DeSantis Chevrolet. So some battle scars incurred by WHM Motorsports, and a broken tab as well, as you can see there on the rear. Broken tab. And when it was hit by Drambuie on ice there on the its left side. But WHM still in the race. And that is it. You see the checkered flag on the Harley-Davidson Pace Boat. The race is over. The end of race number 3, the Supercat and the Supercat Light. Great racing here in Savannah in its first inaugural Offshore Grand Prix here in the Deep South, Savannah, Georgia, as we look at WHM Motorsports. Great racing, though we did have some mishaps, including American Racing, which flipped over, and we just saw Dirty Duck. But apparently some fumes had gotten into the cockpit. There's In Motion, number 1 in Supercat Light. In Motion. Jerry Sorrentino and Joey Grant on board In Motion again. 4th stop on the National Tour, APBA, is history. And a checkered flag for critical lift and Supercat Light outboard triple. And there is Kirk Dumpman doing a somersault into the water. Glad to see him back. Checkered flag for critical lift. Flowmaster in second. And Tommy Bahama and Drambuie on ice. Drambuie in first place, Tommy Bahama in second in Supercat. Drambuie on ice. Lots and lots of spectators here in Savannah, or actually on Tybee Island, some 15 miles away from Savannah, to watch this 4th stop of the APBA National Tour. Of course, we go to Cleveland, Ohio coming up. Next stop. Great vantage point for these spectators. They saw just about the whole race because of the shortened race course. Beautiful beach here on Tybee Island. Great weather. It's a beautiful day in the Savannah region. Very shortly, we'll give you the final results here on Supercat and Supercat Light. End of race number 3. As we said, this is the first race, first time that this has been held here in Savannah. Hopefully, we'll be back here for many, many years to come. And here's a landmark here on Tybee Island, the lighthouse. Just a beautiful day, beautiful area. Some 80 boats competing in this event, three-race event. All right, here are the results in Super Cat class. In first place, Tommy Bahama. In second, DeSantis Chevrolet. And in third, WHM Motorsports. Now, Drambuie on ice, because of driving infractions, falls to fourth. Tommy Bahama also had driving infractions, but maintained first place. So Tommy Bahama, DeSantis, and WHM 1, 2, and 3 in Super Cat class. In Super Cat, Light Inboard in motion again in first place, followed by Liquid Metal and Dirty Duck in third. As you know, Dirty Duck had that problem with the fumes going into the cockpit, but they maintained third place. Getting the checkered flag in motion again, Liquid Metal in second, and Super Cat class Light Inboard. In Super Cat Light Outboard, Critical Lift, followed by Flowmaster and Money Shot in third. Critical Lift all the way, getting the checkered flag in Super Cat Light Outboard. That is it, the end of race number 3, and your final results for those classes. Great racing, highly competitive racing. We did have two problems, one with American Racing flipping over and some fumes getting into the cockpit of Dirty Duck, but everyone is okay, and that is the important thing. Our hats off to Jim Poplin, the safety director of the Stars Rescue Team, for doing a great job. Now, we did have some driving infractions which did affect the standings in this race, particularly in Super Cat. Infractions by the Tommy Bahama Racing Team in Drambuie on ice. Drambuie on ice fell from first down to fourth place, and Tommy Bahama got the checkered flag in Super Cat. Though, in the national point standings, it stayed pretty much the same, with Drambuie on ice in first, followed by WHM, Tommy Bahama in third. Then we go to Super Cat Light. We've got In Motion in first place in the national standings, followed by How Sweet It Is and Dirty Duck. And in Super Cat Light Outboard, it's Snake Man Racing in first, followed by Critical Lift and Flowmaster, 1, 2, and 3 in the national point standings. Now, before we go, there are a few people that we would like to thank. First off, the entire staff of the APBA for orchestrating the fine event. Special thanks to Gary and Nancy Johnson for their fine camera work. Our helicopter pilot, Mr. Scott Runyon from Helicopter Express Incorporated, for doing a fine job. Also, let us tell you that Freeze Frame Video Productions is making available all of these races as well as past races on the DVD format as well as VHS. So, this is Vince Lipari wishing you a fond farewell from Savannah, Georgia, hoping to see you at the next national race of the APBA in Cleveland, Ohio. Bye, everyone. And the lineup is as follows. We've got Drambuie on ice, Cat Can Do, WHM, JEM, Tommy Bahama, IGA. Also, we have Team Virgin, Airborne, Flying Tiger, and Pier 57. 10 Super Cats waiting for the green. And we've got a green flag now in race number 3 in this Cleveland Offshore Grand Prix. Super Cats all off to a great start. With Drambuie on ice on the inside, Cat Can Do, WHM, JEM, Tommy Bahama, IGA, Team Virgin, Airborne. Got Flying Tiger and Pier 57, but Drambuie on ice on the inside now, picking up some speed and also picking up some room going to the immediate lead. Drambuie on ice with Cat Can Do, WHM, Tommy Bahama, and Team Virgin right behind. Everyone off to a great start here in the early moments of race number 3. On board WHM Motorsports, Bill Moff and Joey Impression, Mercury powered, it's a skater. This boat took a second place in Daytona, first in Marathon, third in Cape Cod, and a fourth in Savannah. Currently in second place in the national point standings, WHM. Tommy Bahama on the right side of the screen. Drambuie on ice on the left. Cat Can Do on the left side. WHM powered by Mercury. All right, there's WHM Motorsports. Bill Moff, the driver. Joey Impression, the throttle man. It's a skater. This boat is powered by two 750 horsepower Mercury inboards. Took a second place in Daytona, first in Marathon, third in Cape Cod, and a fourth in Savannah. Currently in second place in the national point standings. WHM Motorsports. These guys are from New York. Bill from Issatukket, Joey from Babylon. On board WHM Motorsports a little bit earlier in the race. Just listen to those Mercury power plants. WHM Motorsports, Bill Moff and Joey Impression. Cat Can Do on the right side. On board WHM. All right, here's a new entry, the first race of the season for this new boat. This is Airborne. The owner is Randy Leinbach. Randy's also the driver on this boat. He is from Washington Township, Michigan. Bobby Morgan is a throttle man. Bobby from Missouri. Of course, Bobby from Big Thunder Marine in the Ozarks. It's Mercury powered. Two 750 horsepower Mercury inboards. It's a 40-foot skater. Airborne. Crew members include Lynn Whalen, Joe Miller, Dennis Locke, and JC. Team managers Sue Morgan and Mike Maris. Sponsors include Eddie Marine, Torco Racing Fuels, AMSOIL, DuPont, Forge Tubular, and American Graffiti. Special thanks for boat setup to Jerry Gilbraith of GMT Marine, Mark Wagonals of Airborne Marine, and Mercury Racing. Airborne. Foot skater. Mercury powered.
Go, 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 go. 100 feet, 100 feet. Go, go, Joey, go, go, go. These boats are ahead of us, go. Go, go. Hold it right there. Go, go, go.
Flag, green flag.
Jerry Sorrentino and Joey Grant on board in motion. 36-foot skater. This is at the start. This is your leader in points.
Down level, we got what we got here.
Let's go with liquid metal now. 36-foot skater, Mercury powered, 2 500 horsepower imports. John Talley's the driver. Bob Teague is the throttle man. John from Boonesboro, Maryland. Bob from Valencia, California. Took a second place in Savannah, currently in 4th place in the national points. Crew chief is Mario Latka. Other crew members, Carl Bergensen. Also, we've got Deb Talley, Scott Mackison, and Greg Cole. Teak Custom Marine sponsor, also Lavorsi Marine. Now, this boat also runs on the proper circuit in California and does very well. Liquid metal, 36-foot skater, John Talley and Bob Teak. Currently in 3rd place in class. Supercat light inboard. IGA on the outside, Danny DeSantis and Charlie Haynes, driver and throttle man. IGA. Currently in 3rd place, liquid metal, Supercat light inboard. Critical lift, 36-foot skater, critical lift Mercury powered. Jim Raymond is the driver. Gary Ballou is the throttle man. Jim from West Monroe, New York. Gary from Boca Raton, Florida. Now, critical lift took a 3rd place in Marathon, a 2nd place in Daytona, a second in Cape Cod, and a first in Savannah, currently in second place in the national point standings. Critical Lift powered by 3 2.5 EFIs. Ted Zolli is the owner of Critical Lift, of course, and the new president of the APBA. Of course, Freeze Frame Video Productions welcomes Mr. Zolli to the presidency of the APBA for the 2002 racing season. Critical Lift number 1. 36-foot skater. Paint and graphics by War Paint. The owner is Mr. Eric DeWitt. Critical Lift number 1. Critical Lift slowing down. We don't know why. There is Snake Man Racing, a 36-foot skater, Mercury powered. We got John Robinson, the driver. Paul Whittier is the throttle man. As we said, a 36-foot skater took a second place in Marathon, third in Daytona, a first in Cape Cod, and a third in Savannah. Currently in first place in the national point standings, Snake Man Racing. Critical Lift on the inside, Snake Man Racing on the outside. Snake Man has passed Critical Lift, which has been having some problems, as we saw a few moments ago, was slowing down somewhat. Snake Man Racing, John Robinson and Paul Whittier, has moved into first place. There is Critical Lift on the inside. John Robinson, the owner of Snake Man Racing. Your leader in Supercat Light Outboard. Powered by 3 2.5 EFIs, Snake Man Racing. Race number 3 winding down now here at the Cleveland Offshore Grand Prix. Place in Supercat. Okay, here's a rundown in Supercat. We just saw Tommy Bahama in first place, followed by Team Virgin and Drambuie on ice in third. A battle between Team Virgin and Drambuie that Team Virgin came out on top in second place. Tommy Bahama, of course, getting the checkered flag in Supercat. In Supercat Light Inboard, we just saw Dirty Duck, followed by How Sweet It Is in second, and Liquid Metal in third. Dirty Duck is your winner, number 1 in Supercat Light Inboard. Dirty Duck. In Super Cat Light Outboard, Snake Man Racing is on top. Got a first place, followed by Critical Lift in second, and Money Shot in third place. Snake Man Racing, Checkered Flag, and Super Cat Light Outboard. So those are your final results for this last race here in Cleveland. All right, now here are your national point standings for the three respective classes. First off, in Super Cat, it's Drambuie on ice, followed by WHM Motorsports, Tommy Bahama in third, and DeSantis Chevrolet in fourth. Now, Drambuie on ice has 567 points, WHM 546, and Tommy Bahama 534. There you can see they're all fairly close, so it could go down right to the wire in the next race here for the national point standings in Super Cat. In Super Cat Light Inboard, it's In Motion again, followed by How Sweet It Is, Dirty Duck in third, and Liquid Metal. Again, we have a situation here in this class. In Motion again, 549, How Sweet It Is, 535, and Dirty Duck 533. Again, very close, 1 through third place. Could go down to the wire in the next race. And finally, in Super Cat Light Outboard Triple, Snake Man Racing in first place, followed by Critical Lift, Money Shot in third, and Flowmaster in fourth. Now, very close between Snake Man Racing and Critical Lift. Snake Man Racing with 549 points, Critical Lift with 548. So there you know the next race will tell the story going down to the wire in Super Cat Light Outboard Triple. So those are your national point standings after Cleveland in these respective classes. So we've had great racing, highly competitive racing here in Cleveland, but most of all, safe racing. Now, before we go, there are a few people that we would like to thank. First off, the entire staff of the APBA for orchestrating a fine event. Also, Gary and Nancy Johnson for their fine camera work. Our helicopter pilot, Mr. Nick McMahon, for his fine services here in Cleveland. Also, we'd like to have you visit our new website, www.freezeframevideo.net. Also, we'd like to tell you that all races are available on DVD as well as the VHS format. So, this is Vince Lipari wishing you a fond farewell from Cleveland, Ohio. See you at the next APBA race in Corpus Christi, Texas. Bye, everyone.